hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Who you suckers think you're tripping with? Yes, I'm the boss. 745, white on white, that's Rick Ross. I cut them wide, I cut them long, I cut them.
Ross. I mean, that's kind of our guy at this point.
I like it.
Yep.
Hey, we're in here.
We
got the men behind the mic
in the same room.
In the same room. Same room. Live, baby.
Hey, so happy Easter, first of all.
Yeah.
Right? Depending on when this comes
early.
out.
Yeah.
A little early or a little
We're
late.
early because it's live from Grand Island.
Live from
Saturday
Grand
night, baby.
Hey, we told you guys.
SNL. So we're going to call it SNL.
We
doing
told
a new
you.
thing here.
Man.
I don't think it's already been used. So we're going to use it right now.
Using it.
Live from Comfort Suites.
In Grand Island.
It's Saturday
on location. On location.
Saturday night, baby.
Hey, so I wanted to get to this last week. I'm going to ask you now. And I don't know if I'm going to look at you or if I'm going to look at the mic, but we're going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
How did you and the wife meet? Your wife.
Whoa. So
I've never heard the story.
We don't want to do the story like with her at some point.
We can.
You want me to do it now without her?
I mean, do you remember it correctly?
Oh, I remember it correctly.
Well, then
Perfect.
we can wait.
But she has some thoughts about it as well.
Does she?
And I don't want to speak for her.
All right, then don't speak for her.
But we definitely met when I was at my lowest point in my life.
Yeah, we should talk
with my
about
drug
that with
addiction.
her. Yeah.
She was not a low person like I was.
No,
she was not in the same scene.
From what I've heard, people when you guys first
little
got
rodeo
together,
princess, pageant queen.
They were like, "Wait, hold on, she's with who?" And I'm like, "She's with my guy." And they're like, "No, that can't be possible."
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah. So okay, all right. I guess
huge story. That's a huge. That's a 2-hour special there.
2-hour special live Saturday night, maybe
a Saturday, maybe not.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, big plans for Easter. What do you guys got on the agenda?
We're going to her mom's house. She just bought a new house, and we're going out there. I've got brisket and pulled pork going right now in the smoker. So
yeah, you guys have been running back and forth from the hotel back to the house to turn it.
Yep, to change it over.
To change it over. What exactly does that mean?
Well, we went up to 165, and then I wrapped, and then
I know.
So the pork was almost done, so it needed to go in the warmer where it can be held overnight, and then it had to be removed from the smoker. So
we've talked about how I cook meats. Yes.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click,
click, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I get down.
I like it,
bro. So Easter egg hunt out in Hickman, they had us guess how one lady, she stuffed all the eggs, right? And they were 3 containers high up to my chest.
That's crazy.
One lady for our little cul-de-sac, and they had us guess how many they were, and I was like, that's got to be over 1,000. It was 1,367.
That's so many eggs.
So many eggs. We just got tired of putting them out. We just started dripping them out like buckets. It was wild.
Yeah, I'd have just been throwing them at the kids.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, next year we're just doing candy, right? I mean, you don't have to stuff all this. We can just spread it.
Gosh, that's a lot.
A lot. Those kids had a blast, though, man.
That's a lot of eggs.
It was fun.
It's like you could have just done like taken sugar and just sprinkled it from the sky onto the kids, and they would have been this. It would have been the same.
So I'm looking at this on these notes that we have, and last time we started talking, we left off where you had went to court, and that was the last straw type deal, right?
Oh yeah.
So that was 3 years ago.
2
years ago.
2 years ago. So
have you been completely sober since then?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And what do you think changed outside of you almost going away for 10 years?
That's about it. Was almost going away for 10 years. My wife saying enough is enough. Me realizing enough is enough. I'm one of those people that something big has to happen that pushes my change. And until that big thing happens, which it sucks that I'm like that, because it'd be a lot easier if I have to hit that rock bottom.
Yeah.
And I go with pretty extreme rock bottoms.
But I think it makes the highs a little bit higher, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And it sucks, like, thinking about that that's how we have to live our life. Like, it has to be an extreme high or extreme low. Because I feel like right now, we're on the up and up and everything seems great. But, like, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking,
when's the low?
How can I mess this up?
Right. Yeah, it's like that whole roller coaster analogy. We're just going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And I guess we do have momentary lows in our lives, Ashley and I and our family. We have times where things seem like they're going down, and it's a certain season where money's tight, or I'm not sure what's going on with this situation, and things always seem to not drop that low though and go right back to more highs, and
Yeah.
we work through them now.
Yeah. So like Melissa and I, for the first time in what seemed like forever the other day, like we're stressing about money. And it's crazy because like I've never been one to be like, oh, gas prices suck.
Yeah.
Like I'm just never that person. I'm always the guy that's like the president is no matter who it is. And I hate getting actually I don't hate getting political. I think it's for interesting.
It's a big part of life today.
It is
politics.
But like I've always said, a president's not going to dictate how I live my life.
Right.
But like right now, dude, it's insane to me that I mean it's like she went to the store and it was $100 for like what seemed like a day.
Gosh.
And there was like no meat there was no nothing, and then we're driving back and forth, so it's like you driving to Hastings essentially from Grand Island every day,
or Aurora.
Essentially it's 25 minutes is what it is.
That's what I drive
typically. It doesn't matter, but now it's just like to the point where it's like $20, and I'm saying like a lot, and I don't like that.
That's fine.
$20 used to get me 3-4 days probably. And it's like $20 a day. And if you fill it up, it's up 100 and whatever.
Yeah. When I've been driving the van. I don't even drive my truck out to Aurora for work. I drive the van.
Dude, I'm like thinking about getting a car.
I drive the van because my truck gets 11 miles per gallon.
But like I have to have room for
super
everything.
Cool when I first bought it. It was like, oh, this truck's awesome. 6'2".
Oh man.
So much power. I can pull trailers and everything now. And here I am 11 miles per gallon later, driving my wife's minivan. Because I do more driving than her, so it's like it makes more sense to drive the van for me.
You were talking about like getting in arguments and all that with the wives. Like, do you think looking at us through their eyes, they're like, you know how much I put up with you? Like, why are you even complaining?
Absolutely. But I think one of my wife's biggest things, she's got a lot of anxiety. She beats herself up a lot.
Yeah.
Her being a stay-at-home mom, she might think that way at times, but then she turns around on herself. Like she's the kind of person that apologizes for everything. Like when she's not in the wrong, she'll still say she's sorry.
Anytime I've been around her, dude, she's like that's the hardest job. Melissa tried it for 6 months.
Oh yeah,
and went bananas.
No, I can do it. When the twins were really little, we had just had Noah. Ashley and I were fighting constantly. Yeah. Like we were always fighting. We were getting in these huge fights, and it was always about money because I worked my butt off. She was a stay-at-home mom. I'd come home, house would be an absolute mess, and I'd be like, I would be pissed. I would get so upset. I'd be like, what are we eating for supper? Oh, you don't know? And I was just like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? What's your job? This is your job. You're supposed to do this. This house should be clean. You should have supper at least planned to where if I'm cooking it, I'll cook it, but you know what we're eating. Nothing. I get so mad we get in all these fights. And then one time I was like, I'm going to show her what's up. So I was like, I want you to go out with your mom for a few hours, whatever, have a good time and take a break. And I'm going to stay home with the kids.
Ooh.
Yeah, here I was being this great husband. I was like, I'm going to do this for you. But the reasoning behind doing it was I was going to show her,
Right.
I was going to show her she was going to come home. The house was going to be clean, dishes done, laundry, everything was going to be just immaculate. And I'd be like, see how hard is that?
Right.
Stick it to her.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So she leaves with her mom, and I don't even think she's gone 30 minutes. And gosh, the girls were playing in their room. Noah's a tiny little baby. I started doing dishes. So no dishwasher, just washing by hand. And I'm running water. And I hear a thud in the girl's bedroom. So I go running in there to see what that was. I only see one of my babies.
Uh-oh.
The other one, I think it was Paisley, was missing. She had pulled they had like a dresser wardrobe thing. She pulled it down onto her. So she was inside of it.
You almost killed.
So she was inside of it.
You have one day.
So I'm lifting that up to get her out. I get her out. I hear another thud in the living room. I look out. Noah had like rolled his little self over to like the corner of the room where there was this coffee table and a diffuser on it. And he had got a hold of the cord of the diffuser and pulled the diffuser off of it. So then there's water, essential oils, whatever all over, and he's chewing on an electrical cord. So I run over there to clean that up, and then I hear trickling water, and I'm like, oh, what was that? Look out in the kitchen. I'd left the dishwater running.
Oh my god!
And it overflowed in the kitchen,
dude, that
and was all over the floor. And this was a rental that we were renting this house, and there was like they had drilled holes through the floor for like a gas line or something under the stove, and it was just pouring down to that hole, which was a low spot, dropping through the floor directly down underneath to our laundry room where all of the clean clothes were,
dude,
that I was going to fold up and put away. So then I had to go down, and there's just water everywhere. I had to rewash all the clothes. I'm pretty sure immediately after that point, I texted her or called her and was like, hey, I'm sorry, but I need you to come home.
Man,
I honestly, never again have I've been like, yeah, you've got the hardest job in the world.
In the world, dude.
Absolutely.
In the world.
I've never, that one moment solved a lifelong argument of, it fixed me. It fixed me straight up. Fixed me.
And it's such a mind-blowing experience. Like Melissa talks about wanting to have another kid, and I like refuse to start over. I'm telling you, the diaper situation drove me bananas. Daycare, dude. Daycare. It's insane. Like if we were to do a daddy daycare and just get 10 kids, I mean, think about it. For a week of daycare, it's $200 and some per kid.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me.
See, we never went through that.
Oh,
Ashley's always been stay-at-home mom.
About killed us.
Yeah.
About killed us. And I'm not joking. The minute we were done with daycare, we both went and got new cars. Both of us within like a month. I'm not kidding. And
That's
still
crazy.
had money left over.
That's crazy. See, we had always talked about, she was going to get a job. What would she do? And how like she'd have to make, $15 an hour for it to be worth it.
Minimum.
And it's like, I would rather have that peace of mind knowing my kids are home with her.
It's the scariest thing, dude.
And with her anxiety and her past traumas, there's no way we could have ever done that.
And you're like, everybody's like, well, what about an in-home daycare? I'm like, I don't know who, and it doesn't matter, I guess, if it's in-home or not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because you're trusting your kid's life with somebody else. Think about that. Think about that. Also, think about this. How much trust we put in other drivers.
All the time.
We're barreling 80 miles an hour down the interstate. My kids are buckled up in a car.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, as I'm driving down here, about topics for us to talk about. And I'm like, that semi driver next to me, 18-wheeler that could just crush me like a tin can.
And half the time they're on their phones now.
Oh, God. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, guilty. I'm not going to say I don't text and drive or I'm never on my phone while I'm driving. It gets me. Ashley and I were talking about this earlier. Saw somebody driving, their hand on top of their steering wheel, phone directly in front of their face. And I was like, she's like, could you be any more obvious? And I was like, well, honestly, that's probably the safest way for you to do it.
Bro.
Like if you're going to drive and be on your phone, like nothing's going to stop that person from being on their phone. So at least they're like holding it up here to where they can still see the road out of their peripherals.
That's why peripherals.
Their peripherals.
Do you remember Cat Williams?
Oh yeah.
Peripheral. That shit don't come out till next year. Anyways, that's why they have those sticky suction cup things that stick right there.
Well, they're not supposed to be for that. They're supposed to be for like navigation and stuff. But like I'm telling you, just straight up
navigation. Hold on, old man. People still have navigation devices, or is it a cell phone?
I'm saying like navigation on your cell phone, like your maps.
All right, okay. Hey, remember people used
Garmin
maps before Garmin. Maps, dude.
Maps. Like road maps,
dude.
Like a road map,
dude. I remember
where you circled the stuff and then drew lines. Like we're gonna take this exit. You missed this one. Reroute us. Reroute us,
dude. Little roads and lines on a piece of paper.
It, Becky. What's my route?
You want to talk about being distracted while driving?
Yeah,
dude. A map,
this big ass map.
Oh my god. Dude, and people used to stop and ask for directions at gas stations.
Oh, yeah.
Or just random people. I remember getting lost in Florida, maybe with my mom. And I was a kid. We were going to Disney World.
Yeah.
And she pulled over to ask for directions. There were bars on the windows. I'd never seen such a thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I'm from Lexington, Nebraska, the hoodest of hood places in Nebraska. I was going to talk about this later, but now we're on it. I had people in my town called like Grumpy in Shadow. And dude, and I got to thinking, I'm like,
yeah.
Grumpy is from the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
And this guy stabbed somebody with a machete at a place called El Tropico in Lexington. And I
God.
swear was back to school within like
How
couple
many
months.
Population? What's Lexington?
when I
What
was
do you got?
there, it's half of Hastings. So it was like 12,000 is what it said on the sign. I
Wow.
think, and I could be wrong, but Hastings was like 24,000.
Yeah,
right?
somewhere around there. I think Hastings is 30 or higher now.
So like
I mean, it's growing.
take
It's-
half of the railroad track, like you go under the railroad tracks on Burlington,
Yeah.
take that half, and that's pretty much
Is Lexington growing or shrinking at this rate? Growing?
How honest
Like, are they
we being?
gaining in
population?
numbers? Yeah.
I mean, how honest?
This is like a video. Like,
is this a me and you conversation?
What
or-
is this? Are they gaining in numbers? Like, is this
Hold
about
on,
a
hold
war?
on. All right,
This
hold
is
on.
about a war right now. We're talking about revolutionary.
Hold on. All right. I
Are
got a
they
story.
gaining in numbers?
Hey, you know what? I don't even care at this point. We're
What
having
is
fun.
this?
Listen.
Are they gaining in numbers?
There was a time. There was a time.
Well, are they gaining
listen,
in numbers?
Listen,
I mean, that's-
Obama passed this,
Yeah.
this law or something where they were going to bring a whole bunch of people from a different country over to work in the
Mexico.
No. This was after Lexington. Okay, so here's the story I'm trying to get at without sounding
Racist?
yeah, because I'm not. Obviously, my niece and
Okay.
nephew are Hispanic. But listen,
Yeah, no.
no, I'm
you're
not
fine.
racist. I got a colored TV. Look
Yeah,
at you, old
yeah,
man.
look at you.
Jesus Christ. I had a all right,
Yeah,
all right.
It's all good, man. I
Cut
don't
that
know.
out.
I think
Edit
racism's
what-
fake, anyways.
All right,
I don't
1630.
really believe in racism. To be
Listen,
honest with you.
okay, so my grandma, I remember my grandma one time, the Hispanic population got super pissed because they brought all these people from Nigeria over to work at Tyson,
Right.
and they were working for less than what the Hispanics were working for. And I remember my grandma one day saying, now you know how we all felt.
Nigerian or were they like Sudanese?
Sudanese.
Sudanese.
It's different.
Yeah, totally different.
Cut that out. All right,
No, it's
1657.
cool. Totally
it's
different.
not.
Totally
No,
different. No.
They cut the whole minute out from 16 to 17.
No, it's in there.
Okay, whatever. People know me, right?
African American, Sudanese people.
Hey,
We've
so-
got this is Grand Island, Nebraska, man. We got a
Yeah, but
Ton
the,
of Sudanese
but the people that are going to see this. Oh, anyways, moving
cultures
on.
are different. That's
You think
like,
that's our family in the hallway?
it's possible. No, I don't
Moving
think
on.
it is. So Sudanese, they have a completely different culture from us.
Mm-hmm.
I've ran into people I don't like of every single race.
Agreed. There's
So it's like
many white people.
I don't look at Sudanese people and think, oh, it's them again. You know what I mean?
right.
Like I've met some really cool, some really kind, some really friendly people of every race as well. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. I feel like I'm tiptoeing or walking on some eggshells, and I'm not even trying to. I don't feel like I should feel this way.
No,
But I do.
hey, man.
I do.
Yeah,
It blows me away what people are doing with racism. The
I agree.
racism that's being created that doesn't even exist.
Yep.
And now we're teaching it to children at a young age. Like, who was it? Morgan Freeman that said if you just stop talking about racism, it'd be gone.
Yeah, we can call him God. I think at this
You
point.
just stop talking about it, it'd be gone. Literally, if we stopped teaching racism in schools and if we stopped talking about it so much in mainstream media and
yeah.
everybody being so scared of being labeled as a racist just for living their life, like if we just stop,
Yeah.
it'd be done. Just
I-
like pandemic or playing pandemic.
Pandemic. Yeah,
playing
yeah.
pandemic.
All of a sudden, people like got the flu again.
They stopped wearing the mask. They were like, dude, screw this. I don't want to play anymore. Now it's gone. It's
Gone.
just over.
Yeah.
And did you see that the states that had the fewest
I had it
restrictions
on our notes. Yeah, dude. I wrote it
are
down.
the states that had
Florida-
the
Florida
the
crushed
best,
the
the
pandy.
best numbers.
Hey, dude.
And then who is it? Christy Gnomes. Where's she at?
Don't
South
know who that
Dakota or
is.
why? South Dakota, I believe.
No idea.
Christy
who-
Gnomes.
No. She
Governor.
sounds like
she's
she's
the
from a
governor
Dakota.
or something of
A Dakota.
I think it's South Dakota.
with the last name Gnome.
Gosh, she's great.
Is she cool?
She's so good.
Is she? Listen,
Oh, so good.
listen. If I was gonna vote,
I really hope it's South Dakota. It might not be. It's something
my,
like that.
My
Maybe
next presidential
Wyoming, man.
candidate is
I
the
don't know.
Florida governor, dude.
DeSantis?
DeSantis
Oh, dude. He's
dove
cool. Yeah.
dived.
He's great.
Dude, I went to Florida and it was like if I were to have listened to everything I was supposed to listen to when I got to Florida, I showed up and I'm like, oh, this whole state should be dead.
Yeah, everybody
Dead.
here should be dead.
They're just walking around the mall, dude. I mean, packed to the brim. Maybe a mask here, a mask there. but straight up normal life. I could
That's
have
crazy.
stayed there. I love
it's
Florida.
awesome.
You're gonna love Florida when we go, and I'm
We
gonna
should
love
go.
it for you. No, what do you mean? We are.
We were going.
Hey, should we talk about what it looked like when we showed up at this hotel when we checked in?
Like how peaceful and quiet it was before we got here.
Yeah, well, so like we roll in, me, you, both wives,
5 kids deep,
5 kids deep,
4 adults,
wheeling in camera equipment
camera equipment.
and microphones
Oh,
and
yeah.
lights.
I didn't have time. I was cooking meat, man. I was smoking stuff, so I didn't have time to like package everything
Dude,
and just throw it in bags. So I'm carrying
2 smoking hot
handfuls of
wives,
crap.
2 smoking
in
hot
here.
wives, and a bunch of camera equipment, and 2
Oh, yeah.
dudes that look. My mom goes, "You guys know you guys look alike, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean,
What do they
I
think
look
we're
like a
doing in
mess.
here?
what do they think we're doing in here?
I don't know.
Because now we got the do not disturb tag out there.
Out there,
And
the
all-
dudes are the only ones up there. They're probably looking at our wives out there, like, "What are those guys doing up
the
there?"
old lady checked in, and I was checking in. She's like, "Okay, have a good night," and tosses me the key.
She just
Slides it.
slides it over
I
to
feel like
you.
I should have slid her a hundo. And just be like,
Do you need extra mints?
Would you need extra towels and fluff your pillow in the morning?
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias?
Oh yeah.
It's like he's
I'm not fat. I'm fluffy.
Yeah. He's like, knock, knock, knock. I'm here to fluff your pillow. Just the sound he makes.
Is
I
he?
don't know what I'm talking about.
How's he doing? Is he? I haven't heard anything
He's
of him
fluffy
for a
as
long
shit.
time.
He's on like stadium tours.
Is he?
Yeah, he's big boy. Big boy. He has a
It's
TV
okay.
show on Netflix. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
part of his gig. But I saw him on not Mike Tyson, Snoop Dogg's show where they just blow blunts the whole time, and
Yeah,
then they like
right on.
commentate on like lizards and then like it's like Animal
like lizard
Planet.
people?
No,
just like
Animal
actual
Planet
animals?
size. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what his show is.
Snoop show?
Yeah, it's on Discovery. I'm pretty sure.
Like animals?
Like
Animal Planet?
you know how
Or something?
Tony Baker does the voiceovers?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg does commentary. He does commentary
Oh
for your
yeah,
boy
yeah,
Logan
yeah.
Paul too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's probably the Mike Tyson fight. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was probably the.
Oh,
best.
he's done UFC too.
Really
Yeah.
That
When
would be
Sugar
fun to
Show,
watch.
Sugar Sean O'Malley,
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley.
I need to catch up.
Skinny dude, colored hair. Oh, he's great. He's awesome.
Yeah. So we were talking about something and then went off on a tangent.
I think that might have actually been like the Ultimate Fighter that Snoop was commentating on.
Way back, is that still around?
It is.
I'm pretty sure Brendan Schaub was on that show, right? That's how
Brendan
he-
Schaub was a UFC fighter. I think he was one of the
I think so too.
earlier seasons of Ultimate Fighter.
Man, I got my butt kicked outside in the elements today. When I got to the field, it was like 24 degrees, and we had to work the field, and my hands were just like ice cold, and I wanted to be tough in front of the kids. And then I
Yeah.
looked at them, I'm like, "You guys can go sit in the car. We'll get everything ready."
Yeah.
Frozen, dude. And then all of a
Dude.
sudden, it got like warm and windy, and then I got a pound of dirt in my eyes.
It got up to like the 50s today, didn't it?
But when it starts at 26, it feels like it's 90.
Oh, wow.
I had short sleeves on, like my lady pants. I had like 14 layers.
Wow.
Yeah, you look
No.
good. You look healthy. You know that?
I look healthy?
Yeah. Hey, I saw you pound a triple
Oh,
triple
yeah.
stack on a pretzel bun
The
with
cheddar, bacon, whatever
with
the heck
all
that
the
was,
toppings.
man.
What can
All
I
of
get
them,
for
every
you?
one
He
of
says
them.
everything. Kids, don't eat their burger. Give it to Lance. And
I
you
ate
just
'em.
like
I
devoured
ate
it.
your
And
wife's nuggets.
you might be like the most fit I've seen you in your
I
entire
am.
life.
I am.
But you pound those carbs like French fries.
They're
Like,
delicious. I love them.
but how?
Here's my thing. I feel like if I started working out again,
I
so
can
that's
tell.
been good for me.
Your
but
pants are the tightest.
I feel like, thank you.
I know.
Anthony.
No, you look good.
I feel like if I was to switch to a diet, Casey, guy I do windows with, he
Shout out.
shout out Midwest Egress, NE
Get it
on
done.
Facebook. Call
Or
us.
just hit up this guy on
call
his
us.
Facebook page.
Easiest estimates you could possibly get. You don't have to be there. We don't do them in person.
All
You
right,
send us
talking
some
about
pictures.
diets. Talking
Boom.
about diets.
So, anyways, Casey does a lot of different diet things, and right now he's doing intermittent fasting. You know
Oh,
what that
heard
is?
good
Everybody
things.
knows. Most people know what that is.
You
Matt,
only eat
take it away. What's
okay?
intermittent
So
fasting?
you only eat between like this time and this time, and some people do 12-hour windows. Some people do 6-hour windows. I personally don't eat before 10 a.m. unless, of course, I'm like hungry, bro. And then I try not to eat after 9. Go on.
To all of that. So intermittent fasting. What Casey's doing? He's not eating lunch. He's not eating breakfast.
Ooh,
All he's doing is eating a huge supper, whatever he wants. I hate the sound of that, but whatever. To each his own. So he does that stuff, and he'll do it in like, for 30 days or 6 weeks or whatever it is. And I feel like if I was to try to do a diet, say I wanted to lose 15 pounds. So I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat this. My body would adjust to not having that. And then the second I introduce it back into my life, I would just absolutely blow up.
I don't think that's the case.
I think that's the case, man.
Well,
and you know what? That's why I don't. That's why I don't diet.
Well,
I want to lose 15 pounds. You know what I do? I work my ass off in the gym.
Oh, easy. Okay, I lost 160, and
that's a lot of pounds. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah,
but
I
don't want to have to lose that.
I mean, what did you say the other day? Like, it's either he looks like he's gonna have a heart attack. Okay, but look, I think I've filled out a little bit more. I mean, but I did the hard keto for 6 months.
Yeah,
and dropped a ton of weight real quick. But so like I've started, and I don't eat bread. I'll eat like keto bread or bread that I make, but I'm starting to introduce things slowly, like more vegetables here and there. No, actually, don't let me lie to you.
I just know if I was to go on a diet, it would have to be like a lifelong commitment.
It is. It's a lifestyle. It's a change. Somebody's at the door.
Go around.
One door. I mean, so how long we've been rolling? 26 minutes?
26 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
We're good. Should we let them in?
Sure.
Hey, come in.
Well, they got to have a key.
They don't have a key?
Probably not.
Stay here. Keep rolling.
All right, I'll just talk to you. Hey, have we ever figured out how many licks it took? Have we ever figured out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I don't think so. Oh, so kids are here.
The lights turned off and it was like so scary.
Where's Ashley and everybody else?
Ashley did a few and took them home.
Oh,
Noah puked?
And then
that ain't good.
Really?
And then Lily
He fell?
Yeah, he fell and hit his head.
Like,
so
are we okay? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Was there blood or no?
Well, I mean, by fall,
So he hit his head, then he puked.
Grayson's
That's
just
not
fascinated
good.
by what's happening here.
They turned off all the lights, and I thought there was a ghost. Dude.
Same.
I yelled so loud.
Shh. Hey, remember, there's people next door. There's people next door. Hey, we got to talking. What do you think the lady that checked us in thought? Listen to this. 2 smoking hot wives. 2 dudes that look like their brothers.
Like 5 children.
And 5 kids. And
all
the
the
camera
cameras.
equipment. Microphones, bags of
And
cameras.
then they see all of you guys down there, and it's just me and him up here. What do you think? What do you think they think we're doing up here?
That lady was so nice. Not
podcasting.
podcasting. No,
We should
no.
probably get like hats or something.
Not podcasters.
Yeah,
Maybe. I think
I
we
don't
should
know.
get merch though.
But yeah,
we
and
should.
the
We
guy-
have to.
What guy?
But Rico was my
Did
boy.
Oh,
Rico.
Grayson.
What? Then come say it then.
No.
I was in the pool and I farted. Cool.
No. All right.
Oh,
We're gonna have
yeah.
to shut this thing down. We're gonna have to
Paisley,
shut
what
this
is it?
thing down.
Now
What are they? What is it?
I'm in the cold water.
The fart thing? What is it?
I farted. It jiggles. My butt cheek jiggles.
And I went in the pool and it was Rico.
Okay. All right.
There it is.
Well, we're gonna have to shut this thing down. Last thing I want to talk about: movies and dinner alone. Creepy, or do you do it?
Oh, you don't do that.
No, you don't.
I
Eat by
don't
yourself.
do that.
I'll eat for myself for lunch.
I mean, I guess if I absolutely,
Shh.
I farted.
Guys.
I guess if I had to, I would. It doesn't bother me. It's not creepy. I
What
don't
about
see an issue
movies
with
by
that.
yourself?
No, I don't see an issue with that either. I know a lot of people that they have different taste from their wives, and they
Do people do movies anymore though?
like go to a movie by themselves.
Yeah. No. Like I'll chill
My
and watch a movie by
wife-
myself.
My wife's uncle in-law I think it's an
Whoa.
uncle-in-law.
Is that even a relation anymore?
No, an uncle-in-law would be
Like in
my uncle.
in like royal times, that's
My
not
uncle
even,
would be an uncle-in-law to my wife.
yeah,
So not an in-law. My
I don't
wife's
even
uncle.
think-
It's just my wife's uncle.
uncle-in-law.
Dude,
It's
it's
your
just my
uncle, too.
wife's uncle.
And
My
your uncle now.
wife's uncle. So my uncle-in-law,
Okay.
my wife's uncle.
Yep.
He goes to movies by himself all the time, I guess.
I don't think I would hate it as long as there was nobody else in the movie.
Like he
theater.
goes to movies all the time by himself. Doesn't let his wife go with, doesn't let the kids go with, just goes to movies by himself.
Eat your free time.
like what? Yeah, but not at the movie theater though, right? I mean,
I don't know. I've never tried
I
it.
do, dude. When I go to Hoo Ha, I love going to Hoo Ha by myself.
Never
You
tried
go.
it.
You've never had Hoo Ha?
I've been there one time. It was a
Okay, Melissa
long
hated it
time
at
ago.
first too, and so did the kids.
No, where you need to go.
I'm ready to go on.
This is a massive shout out right now for
Friend of the show.
Asian place.
Oh, now we're getting racist.
It's
again.
not racist. That's what it is.
Can we
it's
just call
an
it-
Asian restaurant in North Platte, right by Walmart.
I'll never go there.
Yes, you will.
North Platte.
We'll go on
For
vacation
what?
just to go to this
Okay,
place.
when we go to Colorado or something.
I'm telling you right now, it is an all-you-can-eat buffet, but they have
I'm in.
all of the normal stuff you would see at a regular all-you-can-eat
Oh,
Chinese buffet,
don't forget
Asian
to talk
buffet,
about it.
whatever you want to talk
Bookmark.
about. But all of this stuff, and then they've got the massive pan of fried shrimp,
Okay.
delicious, and then they have the hibachi style Mongolian
I'm
grill
in for
thing
that.
there,
Yes.
and sushi,
Okay.
like fresh made
so
sushi.
when I do sushi,
All of
I have to
this.
take the rice off. But okay, do you remember?
rice,
I don't do
rice is like one of the healthiest things in the
R-
world.
That's just a grain, dude. I can't. I'll balloon. I do cauliflower rice. Yes. Yes.
So
Maddie
we can
shut
make
the door.
cauliflower rice
Yes.
sushi.
Yes, that I could do. Do
Have
you?
you had it?
No, but I'm in.
Should we do
I
it?
love. Yes. Now,
We should do it. Not
What
like
time is it?
right now. But I make sushi at home all the time.
and I won't get sick. I used to love.
I don't
sushi.
know. How would I
before
know?
before I drop. No. I mean of the fish
Why?
because it's raw.
So
So before
that's
I
what they do. What are you saying?
don't
They're
forget to
better
talk
than me?
about USA.
Are they
Steak
better
Buffet.
than me?
They? What do you mean by they? Who's they?
Whoever usually
no.
prepares your
Go
sushi.
off, King.
Whoever usually prepares your
Okay,
sushi.
all right. Well, I haven't had sushi. in
I
almost
said
a week.
I'm gonna make you sushi, and
And
you
I'm
said,
in.
"Well, I get sick.
Well,
it's raw
I've
fish."
heard
Well,
about
who
people.
else
Well, it's
makes
like
their
the Red
sushi?
Mercury, the sushi making people.
Who? Who?
Don't do that.
Anybody who makes sushi is a sushi making person.
All right,
so,
all right, you know
is
exactly.
there a particular
Yeah. All right.
group
Listen.
that you're referring
listen,
to that
Linda,
makes your sushi?
last thing,
Because-
because okay, hey.
We'll table this.
Oh, I
We'll come back.
bookmarked it.
We'll-
I bookmarked it.
I know
up
what you were
here.
saying. You were just saying it.
The
It was about
USA
USA Steak Buffet.
Do you remember?
We shut it down, baby.
Did we
I was
win?
just telling because the North Platte thing we found when we were up doing windows.
All right.
The double window. We stayed the night.
Mhm.
Went to this awesome place.
Okay.
Glorious buffet with all of the
Glorious.
stuff that I
Shout
absolutely
out
love.
to the Asian hibachi grill.
We're gonna bookmark another thing. Don't let me forget. It's in relation to the food and the crawfish. We'll get to that. But I was just telling those guys about how we used to shut down the USA
okay.
Steak Buffet
All right,
in Grand Island, Nebraska.
so when we went, we would go right when they would open at like 11. and
We'd pay for lunch,
We'd pay for lunch,
and
and
we
we would
stay all
till
the way through.
dinner.
All the way through.
And
We're
till
just
dinner,
talking.
napping in the booths, dude.
Napping, going to the
Dude.
bathroom
Yes.
to make room.
The orange sauce they put on the chicken. I mean, the food was probably crap,
So
right?
good.
The food was probably crap.
No, so
And I
good.
miss it so much. Like when we pulled in, and you're like, "Would you want to eat something good or quick, or what should we do?" Right? And I'm like, thinking, does Grand Island still have the
no,
USA Steak Buffet?
it's like a hiring agency.
When you
now.
go, what?
It's Associated Staffing or something. Their personal staff. It's a staffing.
What a
company.
mistake they made there.
Absolutely.
What a mistake they made there. Because when you call something a buffet, I mean, that is better than any buffet, right? It's a
Yeah.
buffet. And what I mean by when I say that is we could have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or Brenner, breakfast for dinner.
Do you remember when they made us pay the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, listen.
The
fellas."
manager come over one time and was just like, guys, listen, like, I'm totally cool with you staying here and eating all you can eat. You guys want to hang out all day, go for it.
Mhm.
But can you do me a favor and just pay the difference from
Like the
lunch to
$4
supper?
or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
I-
had us pay the difference.
But the orange sauce was something.
So good.
to
The
die
chicken
for.
sauce that you put on the chicken.
The chicken.
I don't know
that's
what
the
it
orange
was.
sauce, and I'll put it on
I
everything.
swear it was just like a souped up Dorothy Lynch,
It
like
was
a
a goop.
churched up Dorothy Lynch.
It was a goop that they turned orange. And
It
listen,
looked like Dorothy Lynch,
We
but
can't
it
call it-
tasted unlike anything I've ever.
you can't call it
experienced.
chicken sauce because I want it on all
All of
of the food.
I would purposely put too much on my chicken just so I could take like bites of other stuff and just
And dip
swirl it through
and
the
just
sauce.
dip it. The people that have
So
to keep
good.
their food separated, I mean, they're sociopaths or psychopaths, right?
There's a lot of them. No, my wife's one of them.
Okay, never mind. Hey, bookmark that at
No,
what, 3418. No,
she
we're
can have
cutting
it.
stuff out
No,
of this.
she can have that.
Listen,
no, she's got it.
listen. We talked about some things.
And they're all in there.
We're just writing it out,
This is our stuff. yeah.
non-edited.
Absolutely.
Ever.
What are they going to do? Who's
But
they?
who's
even?
they?
I don't know.
You
That's
keep
what I'm
saying
saying.
this they people.
Don't do this. You're the one
I'm
who
just-
said the
I mean,
sushi thing. You want to go back to that?
Hard right
So,
Republican over
Crawfish.
here.
Right now, I want you to do something for
So
it.
you suck the
I
brains
want you
out,
to go
right?
to Google.
Okay.
So, mind you, I'm with Casey, who used to be a pastor at a church. Really great guy.
Googling
The worst curse word I've ever heard him say is frick.
Oh,
That is, and that
at least
was
it wasn't
wild.
frack. Go
No,
on though.
It was frick. He
Go
said
off.
frick.
Go off, kid.
And I could not believe it.
Okay.
So him and his brother were raised very similar. Well, they were brothers.
They're
So,
brothers.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out how to eat a crawfish, right? And I'm like, I know how to do this. So I do it. And disgusting. It was horrible.
Yep.
But
Psychopath.
Casey, he's like, I want to figure out like the real way to eat a crawfish. That can't be right because that was disgusting. I want you to Google search
Okay.
how to eat a crawfish.
How to
Eat a crawfish.
fat fingered. How to eat
Eat
a
How to eat crawfish.
You suck the brains, right?
Well, listen.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight from Google, my guy.
All right, I'm ready.
Straight from Google.
Go off, King.
Hold on, I gotta separate the tail from the head. Holding the head firmly in one hand and the tail in the other, twist and pull to separate.
Keep going.
Step 2.
Mm.
Suck the head.
That was
This
only
is an
step one.
optional but highly recommended step. Step 3, peel the tail. And step 4, pull out the meat. That's straight from Google. Who wrote that?
Psychopath.
Who wrote it that way?
Psychopath.
Who wrote it that way?
Hey, you said something else on Google Translate.
Dude. Yeah. Which
what
one?
was it?
Oh, yeah. I want you to look that up right now. Whatever you're doing right now, just look it
All
up.
right, all right, here we go.
Look it up. It's Spank Me Daddy translated to Dutch. Do it. So do English to Dutch translation. Just type in English to Dutch.
Hold on.
Spank
English to.
Dutch.
Hey, this is how I.
You're
spash-
doing this way wrong.
That's how I pass
So-
back,
and we're back.
and we're back.
Sorry for your temporary interruption.
Pardon the interruption.
Pardon the interruption. Yeah, we're sorry for that. That was my fault.
Yeah, that was
That
exhausting.
escalated.
That was
quickly.
exhausting.
Sorry.
We should,
We'll have it in a bloopers down the line or something.
or
Down the road.
we can get a Patreon, or we can get a Patreon. Do you know what that is?
I know what that is.
We could get a Patreon, and if
Okay.
you want to see all the cut
Uncut,
out, which is
raw footage.
intense.
It was intense.
I don't think we've done one of these yet. It's hard to do when you're not right in front of it, but
Rouse.
I love it.
I
Ross
love
is
it.
kind of our guy. He's kind of
He's
our
our
mascot.
guy.
He's kind of lost his mind a little bit too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Haven't
too.
we all?
Haven't we all? Haven't
We've
we all
all
been
lost our
there?
minds. We've all pushed it to the limits, and
I wish people could see the hotel room. It'll be on behind the scenes stuff. You could probably
yeah, well,
catch it.
behind the scenes, it.
You could probably catch it. I mean, if we had a Patreon, they could catch it there.
Yeah,
But we'll behind the scenes it.
well, behind the scenes, it.
And the Google Translate thing kind of went off the walls.
It
a
went
little.
crazy.
It went BNANAS, bananas.
That's the only way I know how to spell it. I
And-
can't spell banana without
singing it.
BANANAS. The smash, the smash.
Do you remember bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs?
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Super creepy.
I'm hungry still.
I am not. That's
I
my
bet
thing.
you're not.
So we talked earlier about the whole food situation. Yes, I can put away food, lots of it.
Mhm.
But when I do, like, I don't eat a lot of sweets because I fill up on I fill up on everything else.
Yep.
So like desserts, I'm not a dessert person. When it comes to like a dessert table or something at like family things, I'm a picker. Like I'll just grab a little bit of each
A
thing
little
and
bit of
just,
this,
just
a
a
little bit of
taste of
that.
this, a taste of that. Just like,
Yep.
that's it. I don't do desserts.
We
So-
got to end this on a loving, caring note.
On a loving, caring note.
If you are less crappy every single day, be less crappy today than you were yesterday.
Yeah, we're gonna make merch for kids.
Some
and
merch for kids.
Theirs will say "Be less crappy." Ours will be less shitty."
Yeah. Shh. Be less shitty.
Be less shitty
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
Still haven't done the math.
How have we not?
We talk about it every single time.
And that
still
was
haven't done the math.
pre-episode 1.
I will do that.
Yeah. What is this? Episode 5?
This is 5.
We're gonna have to do some editing.
Then
But-
it'll be. Then we'll put it out.
And then we'll put it out. And we're going to start a Patreon type deal.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be Patreon because I'm pretty sure they take fees. We'll figure it out. And go get your windows done. Wait, go get an egress window put in. I would, if it were me and I was a guy looking to have an egress window put in, I would just hit the Men Behind the Mic Facebook page, shoot a message, and
We'll get a number over to you. You can get over to
a guy.
the guys.
You know a guy.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there personally.
There you go. That's the guy I know.
This is who you get.
This
is who you get,
I mean,
man.
no one better.
So let's go. Let's do
No
some
one
windows.
better.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I love you.
Let's do
I
windows.
love you, buddy.
And then I also do finish work.
Oh,
so,
I'm sorry.
on them afterwards.
I
love you
set.
too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sometimes, like when I'm
I
like,
love you
hey, I
too.
love you guys. And they're like, see ya. I'm like,
What?
hold on.
Like when you go to get off the phone and you say, "Hey, all right, man, I love you,"
I would instantly call
and
you
then
right
they
back.
don't say
If
anything.
you were just like, all right, bye, click, I'd be like, what? Hold on.
Oh,
Wha-
are you
what
afraid to
happened?
say you love me in front of your boys?
I don't care who's
Who
there.
are you around that you
You-
can't say you love
I
me?
mean, you, mom, grandma, friends, cousins. I mean,
When my wife and I started, when we got married, when she first started hearing me on the phone with like parents and close friends and stuff, like, I think you're the only friend I have that I say I love you to on the phone.
oh, absolutely.
So, but like my mom, every single time
Every
we
time.
talk on the phone, I
Every
love
time.
you. My dad, even though we haven't always had like the greatest relationship, every time we get off the phone, I say I love
Not
you.
me.
I say I love you.
Not me and that guy.
Well, yeah, but I'm also guessing you don't talk on the phone very much to that guy.
Not in 6
No.
years.
So, but yeah, like my mom, every time, and my wife's like, "Gosh, that's just."
I say it every time.
She thought it was weird at
My
first.
sister, my mom. I mean, Melissa and I don't
All of them.
actually. I think we do, unless we're at work, and then we're just like, all right, peace. And she'll be
Yeah.
like, all right, deuces or something. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just kind of how we talk to each other.
No, I just say I love you every time.
All right.
Yo, your wife just booty bumped our cam, bro.
Well, we should.
We're just bobbing
all right.
here.
All right, good time to shut
All
it
right.
down. Hey, love you guys.
Love you guys.
This
We're
was
outta here.
this was a Saturday Night Live recording.
Live.
That's never been done.
From Comfort Suites. It's Saturday night.
In Grand Island.
Hustling, every day I'm 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 hustling, every day I'm